To help businesses implement the requirement of the new labor code to make provisions for retirement benefits for their permanent employees, the BVI Chamber of Commerce and Hotel Association this week introduced a pension plan for multiple employers. Walter Barrett has this report.
Over a year of work has resulted in a pension plan for multiple employers that is easy and affordable, thanks to the efforts of Pension Management Interactive and the BVI CCHA, who presented a demonstration of the plan on Monday at Maria's by the Sea.
Each employees and each member company will be given an enrollment form once a year to identify what type of investments they would like or what category of investments. Now, what we've done for the chamber initially, and there are some more that we'll add over time once the trustees approve them, is we've identified 3 categories of investment as relates to conservative, moderate, and growth. Now, some companies have asked us, well, how would what happens if an employee does not pick an investment category? Well, the way we have grouped them by way of default is to say, anyone that has 0 to 5 years to retirement will be placed in the conservative category. Anyone that has anywhere from 5 to 15 years towards retirement will be placed in the moderate category. And anyone that has more than 15 years to retirement would be placed in the growth category. Now, an employee does have the option and the flexibility to have allocated into the different categories based on what they would like to see. But what we tend to say to employees is, the key thing is here is the assets have been placed aside for your retirement.
Under the recently revised 2010 Labor Code, employers are duty-bound to provide retirement benefits for their employees. Faulkner said that the code does not stipulate how much an employee should invest into the plan, and as such, how much each company contributes under the Chamber pension plan is left to the discretion of the member companies.
There have been some companies that have said, well, the labor code didn't specifically identify what the contribution rate should be. Well, in designing the plan, what we decided to do is to leave the discretion of the contribution rate to the member companies, because one of the things we were quite adamant about is we didn't want companies to feel and employees to feel that they were simply throwing money into some pool at a set rate. What we wanted to do was to pull the data of the employee base within each respective company and then determine what is the feasible contribution rate that the company and the employees can support in order to reward those employees down the road. What we also wanted to determine was what was the minimum contribution rate that makes sure that the employers are compliant with the labor code. Once we've identified what that minimum contribution rate is, the employer now has the discretion to determine what rate they would like to contribute to.
Faulkner said that PMI are not only the creators of the pension plan, but are also there to ensure that there is compliance to the rules, such as employers contributing toward the retirement of their employees. The PMI Managing Director explained that 10 years of employee service has been used as a marker for who may become fully vested under the Chamber pension plan, the number of years being based upon the Labor Code.
The Labor Code says anyone that attains the age of 65 with a minimum amount of 10 years of service, some sort of benefit, a retirement benefit shall be provided for. So that's why we've used 10. So we have one option to say 100% fully vested after 10 years, period. Option 2, 100% completion after 5 years of continuous service. So after year 5, you're entitled to 100%. Now the 100% just basically means the employee's portion and the employer's portion. So this vesting schedule specifically speaks to the employer's portion, because by a default, the employee is entitled to receive back any amounts that they have put in anytime they depart the company.
Faulkner said the multi-employer pension plan overall seeks to allow businesses the opportunity to benefit from the economies of scale of being part of a larger system, while at the same time being afforded the privilege of choosing the contribution rates and employee vesting schedule that best suits them. This is Walter Barrett reporting for JTV News.